Um, yeah. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I never seen him miss weight. That's one. And then two, um, you know what I'm saying? There's no IBF, there's no IBF second day weigh in. So he has the opportunity to come in as big and strong as he wants. So I think that's kind of debunked when they talk about the weight that he haven't made it in 3 years, and I don't really see an issue with that because he's a professional. You know what I'm saying? If this was another fighter that had issues making weight, I can understand that. And then if it was like a rehydration clause or something like that, I can understand that. I heard Brook say before that he don't have problems making the 147-pound weight limit. He has problem with the 10-pound weight clause for the IBF, and there's no IBF. So I anticipate him getting as high as 165, 167. You know what I'm saying? A fight night, which would make him a big, strong guy, and he's already a big, strong guy, regardless. So I think that's debunked. You know what I'm saying? The other thing about Kell Brook that a lot of people say is his two eye injuries. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that like this. That happened 2016, the first one, then the second one happened 2017. You know what I'm saying? So that's a long time, and I'm pretty sure your stuff can heal by then. The first one he had against Triple G, it was healed enough for him to go into a fight with with Earl Spence 8 months later. You know what I'm saying? He actually had less time off the ring than Earl Spence did before they fought. So I don't, I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? I think he's healthy. He's strong. He had 3 fights since then. Not a lot of wear and tear. If you look at it, he ain't been cut since. He ain't been bruised up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a non-factor right there. So I don't think we can use that one. And then the third one to me is that he's downhill. You know what I'm saying? That he lost a step. And I don't know. Maybe I'm watching. Maybe my TV ain't big enough. But when I watch his 3 fights, he looks sharp to me. He looks sharp and strong. He looked kind of like in between. Like he's not real big for 154, but he's still strong. You know what I'm saying? He's still strong. What's good? What's good? The Texan. What's going on with you? I see you in the building. Chin Smoke. What's good, bro? What's good? Salute to everybody, man. Salute, salute. So, I seen his last 3 fights, man, and I thought he looked good. I mean, we know we like to compare resumes and box rec and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He fought Revchenko, stopped him in 2 rounds. Same Revchenko that went 9 rounds with Tony Harrison, and he's a full super middle. I mean, excuse me, junior middleweight, former world champion. You know what I'm saying? So that's a comparison for you if you want to get into that. But I don't think you should have to do that. Just watch his fights. He's sharp. Same stuff, punches straight down the middle, jab, you know what I'm saying, right hand, you know what I'm saying, occasional hook, you know what I'm saying. He right there, he's sturdy, you know what I'm saying. He wasn't getting pushed back or bully against the bigger guys. Now was the competition as, the greatest? No, I would say that it wasn't. But when you look at fights like that, it's not always to look at, the opponent. You look at how sharp the guy is. The guy can be sharp and he can be facing anybody. You know what I'm saying? He might face another guy that's just as sharp as him. That don't mean he wasn't sharp that night. I thought AB was sharp against Pacquiao, real sharp, but that don't mean he won the fight. You feel me? So yeah, so all those right there out here, I disagree. I think it's a good fight. It's a good name cachet for Bud. You know what I'm saying? You can compare his victory to Earl Spence. That's what a lot of people have to do. Me, I think it's a different fight, different time, different. It's a whole different thing. I wonder, my man said, I wonder how Bud will react to that same uppercut he shook, yeah, Triple G with. Yeah, I'm curious too, bro. Yeah, like I said, Kell Brook can punch. He got a lot of straight punches, and that can play a role because Bud do shoot a lot of wide shots, especially when what I'm saying, he get hit and he want to get back at you. Brook, everything is straight down the middle. Everything is straight down the middle. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good fight and it's a good test for Bud. You know what I'm saying? You facing probably the strongest welter. Like if he was still competing at the welterweight division, like by far. Well, I didn't say by far, but him and Earl Spence is like the two strongest, biggest um 147 pounders. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I look at when people say, well, Kell Brook ain't beat nobody, he ain't fought nobody, whatever, whatever. So I say to this, before he moved up to 160 to fight Triple G, he only had uh, a couple of good names. He had Porter, he had Jojo Dan, Frankie Gavin, BZA. These guys is probably like C minus fighters. Then he had Carson Jones. He fought him twice. That's it, bro. So my thing is, if Kell Brook would have fought his last three fights at 147, Revchenko, Zarafa, and Mark DeLuca, it wouldn't be no question. Because if you had him in the top 3 or 4 welterweights with that resume I just named before he got hurt, man, it'd be crazy if he had those 3 fights. So a lot of people, I see people shitting on this fight. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got your own opinion. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good test, and it should be respected though, because if Kell Brook can make the weight, you know what I'm saying? Like we listen to these fighters talk, and they said they can make the weight. We got to take them at face value, especially if they never missed weight before. You know what I'm saying? So I can see a good tough fight, and I think Bud gonna have to figure him out. I think it's gonna be a basic type of fight, like Bud always have. But I don't think he should start slow in this fight right here. You know what I'm saying? He had to make Kell Brook work. And Kell Brook don't like to fight on the inside. And you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dynamics to the fight that I can see. But I definitely seen Brook straight punches being a problem for Bud Crawford. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll definitely see. You know what I'm saying? That's November the 14th. Now this fight is supposed to be, they're talking about fighting in Omaha. I'm not sure if they're gonna have fans or whatnot, or it's gonna be in the bubble at you know what I'm saying, in Vegas like they've been doing. So we'll find out more as the fight get close. So all right, the next fight I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? WBO champion Patrick Teixeira versus Brian Carlos Castano. They got a purse bid about to go down. Now these guys was originally supposed to fight. Well, let me go back a step further because I want to break it down for you. So um Teixeira fought, well, before that, Castano fought for the vacant, no, excuse me, he fought for the WBO final eliminator against Wale Asamoso. That was November the 2nd. And I believe that was on Fortuna and Cuellar. They fought on that card. So he became the mandatory. And I know a lot of people was kind of taken back by that, like, damn, a PBC fighter fought to fight for the WBO. Wow. And they say the the narrative is they don't rock with the WBO like that. But they got him highlight over 10 people, 10 PBC fighters ranked in the WBO. But that's another story. So he won, he became mandatory right there. And then Teixeira versus Adamas, they fought for the interim title at the time for Jaime Munguia. And Teixeira won that fight, right? That was on November 30th, so that was at the end of the month. Um, then like the next day or two, they made Teixeira full champion because Munguia decided to move up and fight Spike O'Sullivan. Maybe like a week later, December the 5th or 6th, I'm not sure. The WO mandated this fight. They mandated it. So they did purse bid like in January. Then the fight was set for April 25th. Then we had the whole COVID situation. So now we back here. So I hear a lot. I hear some news come out about Tim Tszyu supposed to fight Teixeira. And when I watched the telecast when he fought Horn, they was talking about that too. But I always knew in the back of my mind the WO already ordered that fight. They already ordered that fight. So it's hard to get around that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a contract. And then for you guys, for a lot of people say PBC don't rob with WBO, but the PBC, TGB, Tom Brown Promotions, they requested a purse bid, a quick purse bid. A team don't normally do that unless they really want that fight. You feel me? And they really got eyes to do that fight. And I think they want to do that because they want to set up a unification with the Charlo Rosario winner, because I think Charlo, he's in a spot where he can call the shots. So he probably saying this what he want. Now I know he gotta do a mandatory after this, and then hopefully he get that. JC, what's good, bro? What's going on with you? So, um, so that's that. So, and then I see some people they saying Bud should have took um the Teixeira fight, move up and fight Teixeira. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with the fight either way, but I don't think that was never really on the table. Now I know Bomac said one thing, Bud said he said he ain't never get offered that, or he never that never came up, and Bomac said something else. But sometimes you gotta believe the fighters. That's what I'm saying. Which one we believe in? The manager or the fighter? I believe the fighter in this case because look who he fighting, Kell Brook, and you know what I'm saying. So I ain't mad at whatever he was gonna do, but to Sheriff versus Castano to get on that, that's a good fight, man. Decent fight, good little style matchup because the Sheriff is a tall southpaw, about 6'2", can box, and he like to bang a little bit, but he like to fight at a range. You know what I'm saying? Catch you coming in. Carlos Castano, you know what I'm saying? Brian Carlos Castano, he like to fight inside. He gonna pressure you, throw a lot of punches, throw about 65 to 70 punches around. Probably the most active junior middleweight at the top right now. So I can see his pressure style plus his pedigree. He can box a little bit. He's a shorter fighter, so he definitely got to navigate to get in the inside. So he might catch some stuff trying to get in. But I think Castano outworked him. So far as the purse bid, like I said, this fight was originally April 25th. It was going to fight on the Zone on the Golden Boy show. So now, with the times now, they can go back to purse bid, probably get a bigger deal since everything going on with Golden Boy. They might not have enough slots to put a world title fight on their card. It depends on what they're trying to do, right? So this me, excuse me, I foresee PBC trying to win this purse bid if it comes up. You feel me? And possibly putting it on the Earl Spence undercard. You never know, but I don't know. Put it on one of those cards they got coming up, maybe July the 12th with O'Bali versus Donaire. One of those type of fights. You know what I'm saying? But I can see it going on I can see it possibly going on the Spence Danny undercard. So we'll see. PBC has a plan to get some of these WO belts into their stable. Yeah, they got one, Angelo Leo. You know what I'm saying? They might can have another one tonight. Well, tomorrow night, Duke Michael versus Casimero. You know what I'm saying? They say they're all right with the WBO, but I think that was just a narrative, so they don't have to promote Bud Crawford on their network. That's my opinion. Or promote any other fighter like AJ on their network because they only did it with two fighters. Lipinets won basically a belt to put him in line to fight for the WBO title, and he won that on a pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said nothing. And then Sanchez won a similar title, Frank Sanchez on Fox. You feel me? Castano fought Walla Osamoso on the damn on prime time. I think it was FS1, but it was prime time on the Fox network. So you can't tell me they're not rocking with the WBO when people say that. I beg to differ unless you show me some facts. You feel me? But yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight, man, because this holds the key. Now, I'm a segue because the third topic I want to talk is going to tie in with this. But you know what I'm saying? I think the winner of this fight, Teixeira versus if Castano wins, I think he's gonna be looking at Hurd. Because I think the biggest fight at 54 for undisputed is gonna be Hurd versus Charlo if Charlo win. And if Hurd get through. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why this fight is important. I wanted to talk about it. So let me go to the next topic, man. I want to touch on Hurd versus Hogan, right? Yeah, I could see that where premier divisions are at least. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, why not get the belt? You know what I'm saying? Why not? And make your guy champion, make him marketable, and make him be able to what I'm saying, be good at the negotiation table. But this fight right here came about. I heard an interview. I think this was on I forgot where I heard it at. But the manager of Hogan, he what's good, Money Brown? Salute. The manager of Hogan, he was saying that how much he rocked with the PBC and he liked Al Hammond. And he was saying that after the loss, after Hogan lost to Jamal Charlo, that Al Hammond gave him like a 2 or 3 fight deal. You know what I'm saying? He could have just brushed him aside, but like, oh no, you fought my guy, that's it. But he gave him a deal and promised him a big fight. Hogan came out in Australia and was like, I'm fighting the former world champion. You know what I'm saying? In my next fight, and then I'm gonna fight for a world title after that. So, I gotta do process of elimination. That's what I do. So I'm looking at it. Former world champions. So you 3 popped off. You got Jerry Hurd, then you got J Rock, then you got Tony Harrison. So I'm looking at it, I was like, okay, Hurd. And the reason why I said Hurd because Hurd and Castano, these dudes been basically they've had a little mini rivalry. Probably people don't really check up on that shit because it's real low key. Hurd been talking about fighting Brian Carlos Castanos for a minute. Ever since, even before he got the title, he was going to fight him, and it never really worked out. He was supposed to fight him after Lara, but he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And then he took a tune up on the Wilder Fury undercard, and then eventually he lost his belt after that. And then when Carlos Castano fought Wale in November, he called the fight. So that's a prerequisite for a fight being made for PBC. Whenever you see a PBC fighter calling a possible opponent fight, more than likely that fight happened. Jamal Charlo was calling Willie Monroe's fight in Minnesota. I mean, that's a long ass way to go to call a fight. You feel me? You see Danny, he was on the telecast when again with Spencer and Porter. So it just goes on and on, man. If y'all pay attention to that shit, it happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then end up fighting next. So that's why I kind of pick Hurd. And then as far as Hogan's team talking about after they fight a world champion, they're going to fight for the title. Now I'm thinking again, it's 3 champions. After tomorrow, it's going to be 2 champions in the division, right? I already know the winner between Charlo versus Rosario got the IBF mandatory on deck. The IBF mandatory is fighting on the undercard. He already solidified. All right, it's already the reason why I know the WBC approved him as the mandatory, and he's with another sanctioned body. If somebody can tell me they seen that before, let me know because I'm trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. So that guy right there, he's fighting on the non-televised portion of the pay-per-view tomorrow. He's the stand-in opponent just in case something happens. It seems like everything is good. Everything is gravy. So he's going to get the winner. So it might be a little low-key fight for the winner, the IBF mandatory. So that eliminates the unified champion, the 3-belt unified champion. Who's left? Teixeira versus Castano. It started to work now. You see how I'm piecing all this shit together? Now, if Castano win, and like I said, him and Hurd had a little rivalry that it's not really big, but they got a little rivalry to going back and forth, whatever. It's some respect, right? So that's why I picked Hurd. Another reason why I say Hurd is next, because I'm looking at the statue of the opponent. Hurd, we already heard him say he had fought 3 southpaws or 2 southpaws in a row, and he needed to fight some righties. So that tells me, damn, he want to take a look at these guys. He want to make sure he right, and he just got a new coach. So the most time in boxing, it takes 2 or 3 fights to really get a feel for your coach. The guy he fought in January, Francisco Santana, he's like 5'6", 5'6". He way smaller than Hurd. Similar stature to Hogan. We see how small Hogan look against Jamal Charlo. Charlo and Hurd look like they about the same size, damn near. And then look how big Castano is, same size. So that's why I saw piecing all that shit together. Same stature opponent. You had a little rivalry with Castano. Hogan talking about he gonna fight a former world champion. Man, I think it's Hurd. That's my guess. That's how I be piecing that shit together. So I won't be surprised, like I said, about the other fight. This might go on the Spence Danny on the card. They haven't announced yet. We never know. When you know these guys gonna have fights coming up, just go to their Instagram. You know what I'm saying? If you see them last week chilling, you know what I'm saying, with their masks on, you know what I'm saying, at the store, then the next week you see them working out, they probably got a fight coming up. I seen Hurd on his Instagram. He's swimming. he racing his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. That's how I be piecing shit together. I look at everything. I take little bits of this and a little bit of that. I go watch a fight. I go listen to an interview. Even though I found this interview about Hogan in Australia. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I really went looking for it. That shit popped up on my timeline because I'm just into boxing like that. So Hogan he telling the newspaper in Australia he's fighting a former world champion. So Hurd is my pick. So that's what it is right there. Castano is a close fight to me. It is a close fight, and Hurd is ranked in the WBO. You know what I'm saying? All you remember, remember we talked about before how PBC supposedly don't rock with the WBO, but shit, Hurd ranked high. I think who's number one? Castano number one, Tim Zoo two. I want to say Hurd three. I gotta go look at it again. Yeah, and to the WBO rankings, they should be out next week, and I think Brook is like number 10 at 154. So they have in their rules, just a little sidebar again, you know what I'm saying, to drop some gems. They have in their rules that, okay, if you rank by the WBO, either a division up or division down from the champion you're trying to fight, and if the fight get made, they're gonna place you in the WBO rankings, you know what I'm saying, when the following rankings come out. So I know if you're looking at the rankings, like, man, he's not even ranked in the WBO at 147. You know what I'm saying? Don't fret. They're gonna make it work somehow. So I anticipate him coming in like 5 or 6 in the new rankings that come out next week. Now, they say if you ask me, well, that ain't true. That don't happen. But I got a precedent. Billy Joe Saunders fought the guy Teixeira, something like that. His last fight in November. That guy was ranked at middleweight. You know what I'm saying? At the top 10 in middleweight the month before. You remember Billy Joe didn't get an opponent announced probably like 3 weeks before the fight, before the YouTube card. And then all of a sudden I checked the rankings, and then now my man that was ranked in middleweight, he's ranked at super middleweight at number 10. So when I seen that, hey, he fighting him. Because why they make that drastic change, right? That's why I stay on those rankings, because I ain't trying to let nothing get by me. And plus it helped me learn. So that's what it is right there. So that's the precedent right there. And like I said, if it can happen for Billy Joe, it can happen for Kell Brook, because this is a bigger fight than that guy right there last minute. And you know what I'm saying? That's how I piece shit together. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I piece shit together with the information they give me. So I think Hurd versus Hogan is next. You know what I'm saying? All the things I said. So that's how I'll be breaking that shit down. And that's not just a gimme for Hurd either. Especially trying to incorporate this new style. Hogan is a boxer. You see what he did to Magia. You know what I'm saying? He had a little bit of success against Jamal, but the power was just too much for him. But Magia, he was outboxing him. I thought he won that fight. And Hurd gonna stay there in one spot, be stationary. He can do the same thing. So next fight I want to talk about just got announced. What's his name? Miguel Burchett versus, is it Miguel? Name Miguel Burchett. Yeah, Miguel Burchett versus Oscar Valdez, WBC 130-pound championship. December 12th, Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. This fight been talked about for a minute. DB3, what's good, bro? This fight been talked about for a minute. And it's a good, fun matchup, as a boxing fan. But when you really look at the fight, I think it's a mismatch. I think Burchett is a bad style for Valdez at this stage of his career. I think Valdez is on the down end. Just my opinion. I could be wrong. Hopefully I am wrong. But I think Burchett, he throw a lot of strong punches from range that it's gonna be hard to deal with. Once he get his engine going after the second round, he throw a lot of strong punches from range, and he can box well enough to keep you at bay. So Valdez, what he gonna do? He got to get inside. You know what I'm saying? He got to work the body. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to double up with the hook. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna have to jab. I'm not saying he got to jab and hit Burchett every time, but jab to the chest. You know what I'm saying? Jab, stab to the body. You gotta be, and the biggest thing he gotta do, I'm talking about the offense, but the biggest thing is the defense. He gotta be defensive responsible, man. I hope he got his new trainer. It's like his second or third fight with Eddie Reynoso. So hopefully they teaching him that shit. You know what I'm saying? He can work with Ryan Garcia, so he can get that fighting a tall guy look. So I'm not saying sparring is an issue. It's just how's his reflexes. I think Valdez might be shot, bro. He's been struggling a lot in his last couple of fights, and we see the progression of him. You know what I'm saying? I know I've at 126, I think it was probably more so the weight, but that Scott Quinn fight took a lot out of him, bro. That fight took a lot out of him, and that's something we can't equate on paper. That's something we can't see unless we watching the fights and paying close attention. It's hard to see that because he can go through a training camp after training camp and it's still there, but they can mask that shit because boxers are the biggest liars in sports. They be lying like shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way you go through a whole camp, you know what I'm saying, and the trainer or your assistants or whoever don't see that you are the way you are. Like prime example, Angulo, his last fight on Fox. You trying to tell me Abel Sanchez didn't see how trash and slow he was in the ring in camp before he sent his ass out there? Come on now. It was now if he didn't know that he was gonna be like that before a fight night, and that shit happened the way he fought, all slow and losing to a journeyman like that, it's time to hang it up. He should have stopped the fight then. But yeah, man, I think this is a dangerous fight for Valdez. Valdez has to cut the ring off against Burchett at times. Yeah, I can see that happening if Burchett decides to fight. But I think Burchett is coming forward in this fight. I think he's coming forward. I think he's gonna use the ring just to keep his range and keep it at long range. But here's the thing too, Burchett can beat him in the inside too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of uppercuts and yeah, Valdez was in some rough fights with Quigg, Mariaga, yeah, and Sylvania. Yeah, Blue Nose was a tough fight for him too. You know what I'm saying? He was getting beat up in that fight. His last fight with Velez, you know what I'm saying? Listen, he struggled in that fight. He won damn near every round, but he didn't look good, bro. He looked like a fighter that's on the back leg of his fight. And I think he's 29 or 30. Yeah, this might be the one that put him over the top. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got recent history where stuff happened where a fighter that's been written off and people didn't think much of him. He come in there and he outboxes a guy, put on a perfect game plan, and now he world champion. And I gotta go back to Abner Mares versus Cuellar. Before that fight, they was writing them off. Abner Mares had eye surgery. The fight was canceled. He supposed to have been on it supposed to have been on Danny. Who was it? Danny and no, what card? What that's 2016. So it supposed to have been on Keith versus Porter undercard. It got postponed. Then Keith Porter got postponed. It supposed to have been in like March, and it pushed back to June because Keith had that car accident. You know what I'm saying? So they was writing them off then. He old, he this, he's that. Then he switched trainers with Robert Garcia, come up with a perfect game plan. All box Cuellar, dropped him in the 11th or 12th round, and become the regular champion at 126. You know what I'm saying? And he brought back it was like the last good performance that he gonna have in his career. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those performances that you didn't see coming. I didn't see that coming. I thought Cuellar was running through him. And it had the whole dynamic with Freddie Roach versus Robert Garcia. Cuellar left Robert Garcia to with the Freddie Roach, and it was just a perfect game plan. They all boxed the dude. So can Valdez do that? I mean, he has the skills to do that. Yeah, kind of sad decline for a prime fighter. Yeah, it is. But can Valdez turn back the clock again and box like I know he know how to? You know what I'm saying? He was an Olympian. You feel me? And the first part of his career, he was a boxer puncher. Like he liked to box and use the ring and then set you up. So can he do that? Can he do that now? I think he can, but he has to make sure he's good on the outside. You feel me? He can't be you know what I'm saying? He can't he gonna have to pick a range. Either out like completely outside for Burchett's range or completely inside. He can't be mid range. he can't. That's gonna be crazy for him. Because Burchett can stay mid range or long range and pick you off all day and not really put a lot of shit on his shots. It's just touching you, touching you, touching you. You know what I'm saying? Same way he did Jason Velez. Jason Velez was getting inside on Burchett, but he had to pay a price. And then body shots too. So man, that's a tough fight for Valdez. For real. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if he win this fight. Being 100%. But I'm not gonna put it past him, but I would be surprised given his latest performances though. So you know what I'm saying? Can't knock me for that. But yeah, man, this gonna be a big weekend of boxing, man. It's actually started last night though, but you know, I'll be on some low key shit. The FS1 had fight night. UFC Fight Pass had a card last night. Roy Jones shit. I watched that shit. And then today you got Tony Yoka versus Duopai. I'm catching that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a 3-day too. I'm watching everything. You feel me? Just want to touch on some news real quick before we get up out of here. I appreciate everybody, man. Thank you guys for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. So let me see. So Chavez Jr. fighting tonight too. Chavez Jr. fighting on the zone. His pops is doing an exhibition with Jorge Arce. I think this is the second or third one they did. They fight for some WBC belt. I can say completely outside. Inside with me. Yes, I'm with that. Completely outside. If you're gonna be inside, he shouldn't throw no more than shit. Don't throw no more than 2 punches. Get your 2 and then get out. You know what I'm saying? Is that something he willing to do? Use his legs? Because he have to use his legs to do that. And then you got to when he get out, he gonna have to be responsible getting out because Belchet punches. Man, I heard people tell me Belchet got some crazy legs and he a good boxer and just like that. I think he a decent boxer on handling himself, but I don't see him with this world class like. I forgot who told me this shit, but they said that Belchet had the best legs in boxing. I don't see that. I see him with fighting on. I see him being good throwing punches at long range, but I don't know. Maybe like I said, maybe my TV too small. Maybe my shit too small, and I be missing everything everybody be talking about. But I don't see that shit. You know what I'm saying? So with these fights coming up, man, I did a breakdown, brother. Go check it out if you haven't. It's like this is basically the day. Tomorrow is the day, basically, where boxing can be officially back. You know what I'm saying? Because you got fights from top to bottom, all the way down. Everybody made weight today, so I mean, other than the PBC card haven't been, they haven't went to the scales yet. But Josh Taylor, I seen him at the scales. He looked strong. He looked good. Looked ready. You know what I'm saying? His opponent made weight. Doricos and Breeders made weight. You know what I'm saying? So those are the early fights tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. Just want to see these guys fight. You know what I'm saying? Burchett going to stop him. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. My man Valdez been through a lot. They're going to have to pull the rabbit out the hat, bro, for real. Because I can't really see a way he'll beat him unless he stay consistent boxing. He got to pick his battles. Kind of like the same game plan Abner Mares had against Cuellar. He got to pick his battles. He got to box. He got to slug a little bit, but get out. Can't stay too long. His defense got to be on point. So, I mean, man, this is going to be a tough fight for him. Because this dude, once Valdez get his shit going, it's hard to stop that dude. You know what I'm saying? But Breeders and Doricos, they look good at the weigh-in. That's probably, I ain't gonna say it's probably the best fight, but it's probably one of the best fights tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you got 1 versus 2, shit, you gotta rock with it, no matter what division. That's how I look at it. And this has been a long time, and you got 2 explosive punchers. So you never know. I think Breeders is a little bit more versatile than Doricos. Doricos straight 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. He gonna 1-2 you to death. And he, you know what I'm saying? He believe in that shit too. I would like to see him hook off that. Like he can jab, then hook off the jab and set the right hand up after that if he wants to. But his shit is, he comes out and start throwing jab, right hand. You know what I'm saying? That shit is coming. And it's very predictable to to read, but it's up to the fighter. You know what I'm saying? And you got a guy that's so strong. No matter what he hit you with, that shit gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? Breeders is more so he can make the fight ugly. He can do a lot of holding and he'll move, then he'll counter punch, and then he can muck up the waters, you know what I'm saying? And he dirty. You know what I'm saying? We seen what he did to Goackley, you know what I'm saying? Hit him with a multi elbow, you know what I'm saying? Crazy shit. But he can win this fight. He got big power too. So man. And the Josh Taylor Conson fight, I don't see much on Conson that he gonna, be able to stop what Josh Taylor have going. You know what I'm saying? He got a big right hand. That's about it. It's few and far between. I never seen him pressured. He's normally the guy moving forward. And Josh Taylor proved that he can push back the bully. He did that against Regis. You know what I'm saying? He pushed him back. I mean, he pushed him back. You feel me? And if he can do that to Regis, I'm pretty sure he can do it to this guy. And I don't think Taylor is coming out there to fight safe. Excuse me. He going to put on a show and make a statement. And that's what I like about him. I think he still got a chip on his shoulder. He'll mean like you see him at the weigh-ins and stuff like that. This dude mean type, like mean mugging, ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? Always come to fight. And I think just off the performance he's seen versus Jose Ramirez, I think he want to make a statement. I think he should. He gonna have. I mean, it's always good. He's the number one guy at 140. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. This Yoka versus Duopai fight, I gotta find a link for that shit. That's today. You know what I'm saying? Yoka been on the radar. He a gold medalist. 2016 beat Joe Joyce. He fighting a former world title challenger in Duopai. We know Wilder beat him. Big Baby beat him. You know what I'm saying? He been beat, but he got a knockout victory over Robert Helenius when Helenius was undefeated. And Duopai, when he come in shape, he's a tough guy. He gonna be a punching bag for all 10, 12 rounds, however long the fight going. And he really don't bring nothing to the table to win. He's just so tough and durable that he's gonna make this kid work. So I don't think if you got one style, I don't know if you're just gonna beat him. You gotta switch it up a little bit. Maybe you're gonna have to arc that right hand around his guard because Duopai come with the high guard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to Yoka though, man, because he been under the radar. I know he had that drug situation where he missed the test and then they banned him, and then I don't know. I'm not sure if he's still with Virgil Hunter, but I know Virgil Hunter trains that kid, the IBF mandatory for the Rosario Charlo winner, so he might be there. So, but I'm looking forward to see Yoka fight though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I read about Canelo. Canelo, they had a meeting. They're trying to negotiate and then cut them numbers down to about 20 million a fight. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens with that. How do you think Breeders will react if that big right hand lands? Might clinch for a good handful of rounds. Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's going to be clinching. He's going to try to stop the momentum of Daughter Coast. So that's going to be up to Daughter Coast to not accept the clinch. You get clinched like that, you gotta be put. I think Daughter Coast, if that happens too much, it might be a foul fest because Daughter Coast hit behind the head a lot and clinches. And we all know Breeders hit behind the head. So it might be one of those things. I wouldn't be surprised. Look, anything can happen in this fight. One of those guys can get stopped early. It can go all 12 rounds. That shit can end in a DQ. Yo, that shit, because these guys, it's actually, say if I'm rooting for Dorico, so I want him to win. But if I'm breaking it down for real, this is a good matchup for Breeders, honestly. Because Dorico's really he don't mix up his offense. And he's not really defensive responsible like that either. And Breeders can punch. Breeders a good counter puncher. You seen what he did to Usyk. He was countering Usyk. That was basically the game plan he had against Usyk. That's what Tony Bellew did against Usyk. You know what I'm saying? Some people thought he beat Usyk. So I thought Usyk edged it out. So yeah, man. If I think he would hold, he would clinch, he would tie him up, and then make him reset. So he needed to somehow get what's the name on the back foot and land some looping right hands, or overhand right hands, because You know what I'm saying? Dorico's was getting hit with the same punch against Gassif. If you watch that fight, the same punch, the right hand, and he sometimes that jab come off fast, sometimes it come off slow. But the one thing you gotta worry about with Dorico's, that right hand, all 12 rounds, that shit is coming. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. So, yeah, that's a good fight though. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be exciting because both guys are big punches. So we'll see though. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? I want to see. There's some fighters that I'm thinking should get another fight in this year. Like Shakur, I want to know what he gonna do. I know he's the WO mandatory. I don't know if he's gonna try to push for that to get Jamel Herring. I'm pretty sure he will after seeing how Herring looked. Excuse me. Paco was like, that's a WO president. He talking about that fight is due in January, so maybe they can force it. I know Herring tried to fight Frampton, and he just signed with MTK Global, so I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe he trying to secure his future or come to the negotiation table, saying with the leg up. I don't know what he's trying to do, but I mean, you Shakur coming, bro. um, so I don't know. Like same thing with Tony Harrison. I want to see what he come back and do. You know what I'm saying? I know he been out for a minute. Well, mostly everybody been out for a minute, but I want to see what he do. I'm thinking Lubin, maybe. I'm thinking maybe he just want to get a tuna fight, whatever. I'm so hyped. What's good, bro? MMA champ. What's good? G5 Jeff TV. What's good, bro? What's going on? Yeah, we're ready for this weekend, bro. Yes, sir. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy all day too. So I want to like I said, Hurd. I want to see what Hurd do. He been quiet. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's a lot of guys. I'm looking forward to see how Regis look coming back after that tough fight with Josh Taylor, because both guys I think they took a lot out of each other for real. That was a brutal fight. You really look at the punishment these guys took. Both guys came out marked up in that fight. And Regis, he's fighting. He supposed to fight on Tanks on the card against Juan Heraldez. So that just tells you right there. You know what I'm saying? Storm B man, salute. That just tells you right there, maybe how he feeling, how he want to just ease his way back fighting that type of opponent. Because not saying Heraldez is trash or anything, but he never fought at that type of level. I thought he actually lost to Agendas Mendez. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Not gonna hold you to that. Because I think that was on the Wilder Brazil undercard, opened up the show. I mean, he struggled. And you know what I'm saying? So if you look at how Regis fight, that's gonna be a problem for Mendez. So that's a good welcome back, fight. And then maybe Regis and AB can do something. I don't know. I'm just throwing out there. You know what I'm saying? Who else I haven't seen fight? I know Luis Ortiz supposed to come back November the 7th versus Scott Alexander. You know, ain't really too much to say about that fight. Ortiz should win that. Um, Areola and Andy Ruiz. That's gonna be a fun fight though. That's December. That's gonna be a fun fight. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the most anticipated and whatnot that we asking for as boxing fans, but every now and again it's good to get a little dust up, you know what I'm saying? A little, you know what I'm saying, a brawl. There ain't really no technique involved. Although Ruiz is he can be a good technical boxer. He real nice, crisp with his punches and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But Areola, you know what he come to do. 39, 40 years old, you know what he coming to do. And he gonna make Andy Ruiz fight just like he made Kanaki fight. So I anticipate the same thing. I just think Ruiz he got better skills at this stage, and he's definitely more fresher. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot of shit, man, popping off in boxing. I think we got fights every weekend, if I can remember. Yeah, we got fights every weekend. Next week we got Zapata versus Baranchik. That's a good ass fight at 140. Good ass fight. Yep. And the winner of that, they put themselves in line for the challenge for world title versus the undisputed guy, or however, if those belts get separated and one of the guys move up, they put this at right in line. That's a 50-50 fight right there. October 10th, you got Lipinets and what's the name? Akadurov, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the IBF mandatory. That's gonna be a good one too. Malik Hawkins versus Cerebral Matisse. Like, that's a tough ass fight. I know Matisse coming off that loss on the Wilder Fury undercard in February, and he had that unfortunate incident with situation with Max Dadashev. But the guy can punch, yo. Like, we know that 15-0, 15-1, 15 knockouts. And Malik Hawkins is a good, solid, strong puncher too. That can bang and can box a little bit too. So yeah, that's a good matchup, bro. Xavier Martinez, TMT fighter too. He's fighting Claudio Marrero at 130. Man, Marrero been a long standing contender at 126 and 122. And you know what I'm saying? He got beat down against Kid Galahad. And the WBA put him like number 6, number 4, some crazy shit like that at 130. So y'all know what it is with that. I'm hyped. Bali versus Donet, yes sir. AJ versus Pulev, Crawford versus Brook, Spence versus Danny, yeah. Burchett and Valdez going on the same day as Bali versus Donaire. I think Pulev and AJ and Pulev going that same day too. I think they supposed to have that pencil in. Yeah, Brook and Bud and Brook. That's November 14th. Spencer, then yeah, okay. That's November 21st. You got Dylan White, Pavek in part 2. Well, Pavek and Dylan White part 2. I think Triple G trying to come back that day. So that's gonna be another day. That's gonna be like all day type shit. November 21st. Hawkins Matisse, that's a good fight. Yeah, it is a good fight. Their style match up real well. Malik got a little bit better technique with his shit. But if he stay there and try to bang, he was losing that fight to Durbin Price though. To Durbin Price messed up his knee. So I don't know if Matisse got that, because Durbin Price was boxing, turning him, boxing, hitting him with good shots as he was coming in, because Malik Hawkins was plotting in, hitting him with shots, turning him, and then his knee went out, and that was it. But Matisse is gonna be right there in front of you. Both of them is really right there in front of each other. You know what I'm saying? What's that? Breeders. Look, Breeders and Dorticos. That's going to be the last boxing match of the night. When we go over to I think Breeders and Dorticos. Well, I don't know where you at in the world, MMA champ, but Breeders and Dorticos gonna start like 12 o'clock. No, which one start? I forgot which one start first. But it's early in the day. I'm on West Coast, so I believe it's gonna start like 11, and then Josh Taylor and Konsong is like 1 or 2 my time, something like that, because they got like a 4-fight undercard. So yeah, I don't know how it worked for you, but I don't know. Shazor, yeah, Halloween, yeah, and you got Anyway versus Jason Maloney. You know what I'm saying? That's on the same day. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a 50-50 fight. Yeah. Xavier Martinez versus Claudio Marrero, though. That's the fight. To me, I think the winner gonna get Chris Colbert. You know what I'm saying? I know Xavier Martinez and Chris Colbert was talking trash on social media, and that's a WBA type of fight. You know what I'm saying? Xavier Martinez been looking good though. I think he stopped the guy like 17 seconds in his last fight, something like that. He's a TMT fighter. Marrero, I think he's done. I don't know though. You know what I'm saying? These guys move up. I don't know. They put him in with this strong prospect for a reason. After coming off a beatdown against Kid Galahad. Kid Galahad beat the brakes off him. And I'm pretty sure that took a couple of fights out of his you know what I'm saying, off his career. So, and he moving up. Oh wait. Oh no, this is all good, bro. It's all good. No, you good. So all that shit gonna be early in the day, and then we, catch all that good stuff. The Charlo card. I think the Charlo card starts like 7 o'clock East Coast. So that's kind of good though. Honestly, that's kind of good. Cause that shit more likely it'd be over. I don't know. You never know how these dudes be rocking with these fights. But that's a good time. That's a good time to start, though. You know what I'm saying? What else we got on the lineup? October 17th. That's gonna be crazy. Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest fight on deck right now. For real. I like it. I like the matchup. I think it's one of those things like we we think that the smart choice is go ahead and pick Lomachenko, but in your mind, you're like, yo, Teofimo can pull this off now. If he land that straight right hand and you think he got the power advantage. But then when you think about it again, he's a sitting target, and I can see Lomachenko using his angles. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to see if Teofimo gonna step with him. Is he gonna step with him when he doing these angles, or he can throw a left hook off that angle where he meet him before he try to get there to that spot? It's a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that can go down in that fight. Um, yeah, man, it's crazy. Charles Z, what's good, bro? It's a lot of stuff that can go down. I know I'm missing a couple cards. I know Matchroom got some cards in the UK, but Waxy coming back October 4th, something like that. Showtime got a card, Showbox card. Charles Conway versus Wendy Toussaint. That's a decent little fight. Decent little prospect fight, undefeated guys. Decent. That's decent. Um, I think I missed one. Oh, Navarrete versus Villa, October the 9th. Yo, October gonna be crazy, bro. Yeah, shit gonna be crazy. Nah, think about it. Damn. Yeah, yeah. Ready for that shit. T.O. beating Loma brother. Let's see. I would love to see him win that fight. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. I always think that I think the fight gonna be fought on even terms into the last 3 or 4 rounds. When they start getting the ninth and 10th, that's been the if you look at Lomachenko's fights at 135, except for the Corolla fight, he had to pick it up late in the fight. All those fights was fought on even terms. Pedraza, Linares, Pedraza, and then Luke Campbell. All those fights was fought on even terms, basically. But then the last, like starting the ninth round, he picked that shit up. And I wonder if T.O. can match that intensity. Maybe he get him up out of there before that. He won't have to worry about that. We'll see. But I'm thinking Lomachenko gonna take it to dude. And that's gonna open up create some opportunities for Teofimo. But what if he don't hit him with shit? What if he gotta go deep water? So what's gonna happen? So that's why I'm tend to go with that. You know what I'm saying? When Teofimo went the distance with Nakatani, everybody was writing them off. But something that in that fight a lot of people didn't take in consideration how well Nakatani was able to box him. You know what I'm saying? I know this is a different type of style fight, but if Teofimo gonna be flat footed the whole night, that's kind of easy to read though. You just gotta be cognizant of that right hand coming. He really can't throw no hook off that shit in the Philly shell. He can't throw no hook. He can't. It's just the right hand coming. So that basically limit him. So I see Lomachenko. I see it going back and forth. I want to see Teofimo set up a jab. Use his jab. Use angles. You know what I'm saying? Do different stuff. Don't just sit there in the pocket in the shoulder roll and looking menacing and ready to throw a big right hand down the pipe and that's it. Because what if that shit not landing? I don't know. We'll see though. I don't think he can hurt T.O. He probably to the body though. To the body, he a good body puncher. That's probably the only way I can see. I don't see him hurting him up top and staggering him. But to the body, I can see him hurting him. Lomachenko, Teofimo, Spence versus Danny, O'Bali versus Donaire. You like that O'Bali versus Donaire fight? I'm with you. I like that fight too. That's a top five guys going at it. And Nakatani was long. You know what I'm saying? But Nakatani, I think he retired though. So it's like a catch-22. People say Nakatani dominated. Whatever. He didn't dominate. I don't think he won no more than 2 rounds, really. And he took a lot of punishment. So it's just I don't know the tenor of the fight. I want to see how it's gonna go. Is he push? Is he gonna push Lomachenko back? I think that's what he have to do. Lomachenko really don't fight on the back foot like that. But I don't think Lomachenko fight on the back foot. I don't think so. I think he's too prideful, and he's not just gonna have him on the back foot. I think he gonna try to touch up this kid, but is he gonna pay the price? Let's see. Let's see. It's different. Like I know a lot of people thinking Tio can win this fight, and I think he can if certain stuff happen for him. But it's different when you win there, though. It's different. Maybe this kid's special. That's what we got to see. That's why we watching the fight. Yeah, he go downstairs. Teofimo do a lot of good stuff. Only thing I don't like that he stay in the shoulder roll for no reason sometimes. Yeah, it is some good fights coming up though. Yeah, October gonna be crazy. What is something on 24th? I can't remember off top everything, but I know October gonna be crazy because Halloween got Usyk and Shazor, and then that night you got Anyway versus Maloney. Yeah, that shit gonna be crazy. But yeah, as far as Tio and Loma, I really, man, that's why I think it's the biggest fight. The way it's because it's so split down the middle. Like ain't no other fight like that that's real big that people saying, man, he can win that fight. Or people, actually picking this guy to win. It ain't like that. And I think that's part of the big fight atmosphere right there. Excuse me. Part of the big fight shit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm not trying to criticize none of that shit. I like all of it. And I'm definitely watching all of it. So it really don't matter to me. I mean, if you really you really look into it, it don't matter the biggest fight or whatever. It's just your opinion. I just think as long as you watching that shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you think is the biggest fight, that's what it is. Like I think Yoka versus right now, what's next? Yoka versus Duopa. I'm about to watch that shit whenever it start. I know they on their French time. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? So I'm different. Yeah, Tank Leo. There you go. Appreciate that, bro. I knew. Yeah, Tank Leo on the 24th. Regis Heraldez. Um, Barrios versus Ryan Carr. Who else? Diego Magaleno versus the kid Cruz. That's the IBF eliminator for Tio's belt. Yeah, yeah. I'm not really up for that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not really, hype for Tank and Leo like that. I'm gonna watch it, of course. I'm not really hype. It probably gotta get to fight week for me to get hype. I think Tank running through him. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank gonna run through him. Yeah, because I don't see like they saying Leo throw more punches and he's so active. But when you fight a big puncher and a counter puncher that's kind of slick and can box, if you throwing 100 punches around, he gonna cut that to about 40. And if he cutting that to 40, and all those punches you throwing, you ain't hitting anyway. I don't know his percentage, but I know if Leo throwing 100 punches, he ain't landing more than 50% of that shit. Probably not even 30%. So what if you cut that shit in half or more than half, and he's landing 10 punches around, but he throwing 40, well only landing 10. That's a wrap for him. How he gonna win that fight? I don't see it winning. I think he gonna stop him to the body. Me either. It's a good fight. Garbage. That good fight. Garbage. I mean, yeah, I'm not really up for that shit to be honest. I'm gonna watch it, but I ain't really up for it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta see fight week. There's something else on the 24th too, man. I can't remember. I can't remember. I know November. What they got? Devin Haney, Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? That was you know what I'm saying, easy one to pick, really. Because Gamboa jumped into the WC rankings after being unranked all year. Then all of a sudden he number 10. Come on, we knew what it was. um, what's up? My man said Charlo fights are the last fights of the night. Then UFC. Okay, that's what's up there because they don't intertwine. Then that's what's up. That's what's up. Leo wasn't cracking at 26. He don't hit hard enough. Yeah, exactly. He don't hit hard enough. Was he a 4 division world champion? That what they say? The lower weights, the guys that move up from a lower weight, They do all those divisions. Once they hit the fourth, it's a cap. That's it. That's the best they're gonna do. Look at Chocolatito. You know what I'm saying? When he got the 4 divisions, he started getting smoked out. You feel me? So he couldn't punch it. He really can't punch at 22. Really, he just beat you with activity and work rate. But 26 for sure. 30, his last fight with Rivera. I mean, he didn't look good to me. He didn't look good. And Tank, see, and this is another thing. I never seen Leo fight this style. I never seen him fight this style. If he have, somebody put that in the chat. Who was it? Eric Morale. He a good boxer from Puerto Rico. I think he fought him back in the day. Who else had that type of style? But Tank fought a bunch of Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? You think Tank make? Yeah, I think he gonna make weight. I think that's just a storyline to build it up. I think he gonna make it. Yeah, he gonna make it. I think this is last time. You know, this is first opportunity to really break out as a real star like that. So I think he got a lot of pressure on him. But I think that's the biggest pressure he has making weight. But I think he will. I mean, if he can't make weight out the 12-week camp, bro, either he needed to stay up or just think about retiring. A 12-week camp, you know what I'm saying? That's 4 weeks to get down in a good shape that you can be like, okay, I know I gotta lose 12 pounds. I'm gonna lose 12 pounds or 15 pounds in camp. You know what I'm saying? Like a regular boxing camp. So damn, that means if he can't make weight after 12 weeks, damn, that he must have been like 200 pounds then. Something like that. I don't know. That's crazy. But I think he'll make it. I got faith in him. Seeing him take makes weight is more exciting than fight. Right. Hell yeah. You right though. That's the biggest storyline. Leo been floored too, if I recall, against Kiko. Yeah. Yeah. Kiko dropping. Yeah, facts. After 12-week count. Yeah. If you can't make it after 12-week count, bro, I don't know what you're gonna do with yourself. He moved up and still couldn't make weight. Yeah. See, that's the thing. See, that's crazy because um I seen a interview that I think it was the night before the weigh-in. Coach Calvin was like, he don't even know where Tank is at. He's like, I don't know where he at. When they was in Atlanta, he didn't even know where they was at though. That's crazy. How you don't know where your fighter at in like a big fight and he's about to bring the city out? So I don't know, man. Yeah, he didn't make weight for 35. He been missing weight a lot. I don't know. 12 weeks though. There's no excuse after 12 weeks. There's no excuse. For real. 12 weeks. I don't know where he started at, but I mean he looked good. I mean, he been looking good recently, so hopefully he's about under a month. So hopefully, I mean under a month, I'm guessing he should be at least he shouldn't be no higher than 145. I don't know. I ain't no expert, but I'm just thinking about it. You got a month to lose 15 pounds, maybe even closer to 140. He should be close to 140. Yeah, he should be closer to 140. You lose 10 pounds in a month. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But that is the biggest storyline, though. This dude making weight. That's crazy. When the biggest storyline you making weight, then you know what I'm saying, it's you. It's not us. It's you. Because it's not like we just making this shit up though. You know what I'm saying? So what else going on before I roll out? November. What we got in November? So Haney versus Gamboa, that's November the 7th. The 14th, you got Bud versus Brook. You got some. I think you got some women's. Yo, so the women fights been popping off too. I think Kay Taylor coming back November the 14th, and Terry Harper coming back too that same day. Trying to see what's up with Carissa. What she gonna do? Um, the 21st is gonna be crazy too. I talked about that. The 28th is who on that shit? Chris Colbert. He's fighting one of those Dominican guys. Damn, I forgot who he fighting. Arboleda, something like that. The guy who fought Velez. on Gary Russell undercard. He fighting that dude. He looked super heavy in that red catch. Yeah, he did. He did. He looked big. He had pop belly. Justin Trevor was good. Yeah, he did. I don't understand that though, man. Like that's just super undisciplined because you know you got this money on the line. Like at least keep yourself. I don't know. I just like what Andre Ward used to say. He said keep yourself 10 to 15 pounds close to your fighting weight while you're not in camp. You know what I'm saying? And just work out. What do you say? Work out 3 times a week. Nothing crazy, but keep yourself in that range. You know what I'm saying? That's why B Hop had all that success. That's how you see B Hop. B Hop looked the same as he did when he was about to fight. In every weight class he was in. Well, he was only two, but he looked the same. And he took care of his body, so that creates longevity. Eventually that shit gonna catch up with you. When you destroy your body like that and you balloon up in weight like that, like Tank was he was a legit cruiserweight. He had to be. You feel me? So you gotta spend 12 weeks to make weight. So that tells me what is you working on. But I think in this case he working on some shit. He working on some shit. He looked decent, you know what I'm saying? In the clips I seen. But still, it's crazy. He said, MMA fan, MMA champ. I'm an AJ fan from the beginning. My first fight, I brought AJ first fight. That's what's up, man. AJ helped bring the heavyweight division back, though. So no knock on me. No knock for me. I like AJ as a fighter, honestly. I like him. I think when he fought Charles Martin, man, I've seen all his fights though. Basically, so no, I mean AJ is a good fighter though. It's just that Eddie Hearn shit messed it up. B Hop still do this. That's what I'm saying. To this day, bro. That's crazy. That guy got the man. B Hop, he a monster though. Yeah, he a monster, yo. To stay in shape. That's how he beating these guys. That's how he able to beat these guys because he in shape. And while you partying, whatever, he like 10 pounds away from his fighting weight. 8 pounds away. I'm excited to see how much AJ has improved since he's been out of the ring for 9 months. Yeah, I want to see how that knee holding up. Is it going to affect him? Is he good? Whatever. Um, I think this fight right here. I think with Pulev, he has to be more aggressive against Pulev because Pulev is coming. So when you got an aggressive guy, you have to really you can enforce your will on this guy. Pulev get hit with long range shots, similar to what the Vladimir Klitschko fight, and he come in with his hands down. Really, he have his hands stretched apart, really, and you can catch him with check left hook or whatever you want to. So I think he got to mix it up. I think he got to be aggressive, but he got to be patient and smart and use his jab and don't get on the inside. The key to this fight though is the referee. Is the referee gonna let Pulev work inside? AJ don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Pulev probably got the best jab in the heavyweight division if you really look at everything. Take a step back and look at everything. He got a good jab. But that's really it. You know what I'm saying? And AJ can time that shit. But I think he got to be a little bit more aggressive than he was against Ruiz. A little bit more aggressive. And I think he can get his man. But don't sleep on Pulev, especially if the referee let them fight. B Hop is the dirtiest fighter of all time. Yeah, man. I ain't like B Hop. I liked him, but I respected him. But I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really started really getting on the bandwagon until he beat Tarver. Because I felt like he paid that shit back for Roy Jones getting stopped. This is being honest. You know what I'm saying? But B Hop, I mean, he did little tricks to take you off your game. You know what I'm saying? I thought he got all of the Chad Dawson fight though. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, but maybe he did dislocate his shoulder. I don't know. But yeah, he do that shit to stalemate you though. How you gonna react to it? Most fighters don't know how to react to it. So B Hop end up, you know what I'm saying? I got AJ by first round knockout. Mark my words. I bet you on it too. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. AJ uppercut inside is mean though. Yeah, I think he need to get back to that. And he gonna have opportunities too on the inside when Pulev want to hold. Pulev hit behind the head too, so you gotta watch out for that. But when Pulev holding, AJ like to punch in the clinch. He do. He'll do it sneaky too. So yeah, I think he gotta bring that back. I don't think, but he shouldn't be so tentative like he was against Louise. He gonna have a lot of opportunities against Pulev. AJ's uppercut and left hooks is a real mean comment. Yeah, it is. It is. They don't Philly street tactics. Yeah. And then Bernard Hopkins, bro. Yeah, B Hop, man, he's the man. It took him a minute. That dude, he didn't get his biggest fight, his crossover fight until he was 36 years old against Tito Trinidad. And they had him losing that fight before the fight. They really didn't want B Hop to win that fight. But he is amazing inside, yeah. That shit was crazy. What's good, Curtis answer? Salute. Yeah, man. B Hop. I remember B Hop fought that guy, Marad or car, something like that, the dude from France. And the dude was running around the ring and shit. As soon as the bell rang, he was running around the ring. That was crazy. B Hop, I think B Hop had on that orange and black, some shit like that. That was crazy. Yeah, he beat the brace off Trinidad. Yeah, he did. He was being a little dirty in that fight too, but shit, he was taking. Yeah, you right. He beat the brace off Trinidad. Right hand. He broke him down, bro. He broke him down all the way down. B-Hop had that thing where he can disarm you. He just had problems with athletic fighters. And his career, his it's like he lost his first fight, you know what I'm saying? Then he lost to Roy Jones. Then I remember on Showtime he fought Segundo Mercado in Ecuador. That was a close ass fight. He got dropped twice in that fight. And he came back and got a draw, but I think he won. And that same fight with Mercado was the same fight he had with Pascal like 15 years later. The same exact fight, bro. The first fight was same exact fight. You know what I'm saying? He got dropped in the Pascal fight twice. He got up and he dogged Pascal down the stretch. And I thought he won that. And it's crazy how that shit intertwined. So he been through everything. He been through no contests. He been through the same thing happened with Robert Allen when he hurt his shoulder. Same thing happened with Chad Dawson. He had a lot of reoccurrences in his career. That's how longevity how much longevity he had. That's crazy. He had the same scenario happen in his career like 2 or 3 times. Damn, that's crazy. B-Hop is the best middleweight for me. He was undisputed and unified in the multiple weight class. Yeah, I don't know if he beat Hagler. I don't think he beat Hagler. Monzon probably a good fight for him. That'd be a good fight. Who else? There's a couple other fights, but yeah, I mean, he definitely got his place as a middleweight. You can't take that away. That was Bowie Fisher all the way. There you go. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Just what the country was going through too at the time, the atmosphere. All Trinidad's atmosphere and MSG was crazy. I wish I could have went to that. I know the Joppy one, that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Breaking news, Earl Smith. Yeah, I read about that. That's what's up. Yep. I think so that's what's up. That's what's up. That's why he wanted Hooker on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? That's why he want Hooker on the undercard so Hooker can bring in a little crowd. Maybe they get another Texas guy on the card. That's what's up. Hurd. I think Hurd gonna be on that card, you know what I'm saying? Swift and Swift. um yeah, man, that's what's up, man. That's good. Hopefully everybody, you know what I'm saying, still following the protocol and shit. And they can actually make this happen. So what? Dallas Stadium, how many they have? 1,000, 100K? Excuse me, 100K up in there? 90K? Maybe they can put like 20, 15 to 20 in there. That's what's up. That's good right there. Good looking out on that news too, bro. That's what's up, MMA champ. Ammo Williams. But he on the zone though, right? He's been match room. How they gonna work that out? They gonna let him fight on there? Maybe. You never know. But I think he's with the zone. They got some Texas fighters, I guess. I don't know. So that means that card gonna be heavily Mexican. So I gotta look at the PBC roster. I can guess who I think might be on there. It's gonna be sold out. Yeah, 20,000, 15,000. How much they say they can hold in there? I'm just guessing 20,000 or 15,000. I think it could. I think it'd be sold out, especially people they feeling to come to fights. Yeah, he got Dallas a lot. I had about 21K in the last. Okay. So maybe he can do something like that. That's dope if he can sell that out. They had to close down half of it. Okay, that's good though. They gotta put a heavyweight fight on that card though. Pay-per-view buys are gonna be crazy. That's what's up. That's hard to judge the pay-per-view buys. I just hope they get the biggest number they can. I don't want to put no limit on those guys. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what's up. That's love right there. I'm about to roll out, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. Everybody coming through the chat. If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do so. Feel free to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. You can hit me up on Twitter, dropping gems over there too. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love and support. Make sure you guys check out these fights coming up. You gotta find a link for this Yoka Duopa fight coming on today. That's from France. So I don't know if you got interested in that, but you gotta find one. He said 90,000 for okay. Yeah, so just make sure you guys definitely check out the lineup for tomorrow, though. Dorlicos versus Breeders, Josh Taylor versus Conson. Then you got the Charlo card. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. Big day of boxing for us boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to it. So y'all have a good rest of y'all day, man. And I'll holler at y'all. I'm out.